Okay, welcome back to the bench. This is part two of the build for this Monster Model Works main central yard office that I'm going to throw over in Eugene Yard. And what I did here, as you can see, I'll try to go in a little bit closer. I don't know if I can focus on that. I'll be honest with you. I got sick of waiting. So I went ahead and on this, I did I think it's the Bragdon, I think, kind of like a lime white, mixed it with 99% alcohol, really kind of thin, and then did it on this side several times. Now, of course, it did run a little bit, and there's some heavier spots than others, but for the most part, I think it looks okay. It looks like an older building, which is what it's supposed to be. So I got that on that side. I'm going to leave the back the way it is. Now I got something else I'll show you. It's got the glass inside it. So that's going to stay the same. But again, people aren't really going to see that side of it. They're going to see the front and a little bit of this side, which of course has been done, and put a little bit of rust on that side. Well, I don't know. And then this side. Now, inside here, and here, I did put in his piece of, I don't know, it's roughly a 1/8 acrylic piece. Windows, cleaned it up a little bit. I did find, hey, I'm in the reflection. Hello. I did find, let me move that light up. Get out of your way. Okay. Oh, no, I'm still there. Hi. So, it did get a little bit of canopy glue on it. I tried to go real sparingly along here and along here and along here. We're just little dots. But for some reason, some got on my fingers and it smudged onto this. So I found if you take a brush, where's my brush? A brush with a wee bit of water, and you kind of wet where the canopy glue was sitting. And it was just little smudges. It wasn't a lot. And then wipe it off with one of those fiber, clean, or one of those towel, one of those nice little, what do they call this damn thing? I don't know, you clean your glasses with it, you can clean glass with it, and your phones, and whatever. Okay, so that worked fairly well to remove what was really on all three sides. So now what I want to do is put the windows on this, which are here. And they're all painted up. There's two pieces each. I'm not sure what they are. Whichever, but one of these one goes on, then the other goes on. And that should make it look pretty good. So I'm going to do that. This is for the small side. Got that one to go on. So I want to get that window done. Then back there, you see all the other windows and the door I have over here. I want to get these sanded up and put in where they belong. And then it's time to move to the interior. I have some interior details. I'm still waiting for some to come in. So I need to, do that. I need to drill the hole in the back where the wire from the lights on the roof goes through. I need to extend that wire as well. So there's still a bunch to do. But let me get working on the windows and see how things look next. Okay, so I have all the windows installed. That includes the acrylic glass that goes in here and all the way around the top there. The other windows that are pretty normal, they're the acetate with the one side sticky that sticks on, as are the big windows. So pretty nice. I did have to go in and I put a dab of glue on the back of the 6 windows, of these windows here, from the inside, since I can still get to it. Glued the door in, got that painted up to the threshold of the door. I touched up a wee bit Oh, there's my finger. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I touched up along here, front and back, where it was kind of showing through. So I fixed that up a little bit. I also fixed right here at the end. Oh, it's hard to get my bearing here. Right here at the end, that's been touched up because this outer piece, two pieces, were sitting there, and there's a little bit of you can still see the line there a little bit. Let's see if I can brighten that at all. I don't know if I can. And the video might go out of focus, but you can see that. That's the other side, and I fixed that up with some of this right here. This is, oh, people can't see it. Model color. All right, let me just read what it is. 70.894 camouflaged olive green. Now, the camouflaged olive green, let me just come over here for a moment. This is my little chart. You can stop the video and take a look if you're so inclined. This matches all the model sprays on the left, Vallejo Hobby Sprays, with their associated model color on the right. So you can see that the Russian green, which I painted all the windows and door, matches to 894 camouflage olive green. So I have all the matches for all the various Vallejo sprays, and well, vice versa, because I knew if I was going to spray stuff and perhaps, spray windows or a building or siding or something like that, this way I have a perfect match, because this is from Vallejo. So I think it works pretty good. So that is the match. I'll come back over here. So that's good. So I picked the color that I had to look a little bit, to be honest, to find that, but I did find it. It was sitting in the back of my stuff, but it's there. Okay, so now, what's next? Next, everything's done on the outside. Probably need to pop the hole in here for the roof, check out the interior, start putting the interior inside here. Gotta start doing that. What I really should do is walk away for a little bit and just let this dry. Let everything dry up, nice and long, and maybe come back tomorrow and hit the interior. I do have some bookcases done up over here. Those transformers are for a different thing I'm working on. So that is where we are now. Windows and doors all installed. Okay, oh boy, here we are. So got quite a bit done. Up top there, you can see the very top portion drying, because I I clamped the crap out of it because I wanted to make sure it doesn't move. I do have all of the top. Is it the top cornice? I don't know what it would be. They're all cut. I had to do some sanding to get them to fit, but they are all cut. That's for the back. That over there is for this end, and this over here is for this end. But I want to wait. I want to let this sit, dry up, let it go for like maybe 2 hours, because I don't want it to move. I got glue on it. I used a brush. I painted glue on the whole thing, so it should not go anywhere when it's done. I'll have to touch up, paint it. That's okay. You can see on the front, I did put in a shade here and a shade there, and then some Venetian blinds over there, which are in the prototype photo. There's an air conditioner in this window, so maybe I'll find an air conditioner. Wait, I think I have right here. What's this? Oh, yeah, wall air conditioners. Okay. So I probably will put one of those there, and then get the rest of the roof in. I might still do one more piece. This piece goes in later tonight in about 2 hours or so. I did get the base painted. That's a concrete color, and then I weathered it up a little bit. So all the windows are in, and this side looks lovely. Oh, excuse me. I'm still waiting for some of the interior parts to show up so I can work on the interior. But I have been slowly painting things that I can get ready. Like I said, I painted the base, which is out of masonite. I cut a little piece of a base under the stairs, and they go right under here. Oops. This is really hard to do with one hand. It's going to be too high now, but that's same size base as the rest of it, so that'll fit underneath there. And then this will be on the back. All right, we're moving along. I just wanted to show you where I am on this and show you how to glue on that top. I don't know what it is. It covers the top of the building, and the very front and into the back. The roof will come down and kind of hide the inside part of it. Well, not all of it, but part of it. So I'm not sure exactly what it's called. If you know, please put it in the comments below. Thank you. Alrighty, so here's the interior of the yard office. And I just kind of glued stuff in there and some peeps and just some stuff. I mean, I don't know what the inside of a yard office looks like. I looked on Google and I couldn't find an interior layout. So I just put some bookcases and some dudes and some heaters along the side and a clock and some lockers. And that's the big boss over here, right there, walking. He's leaving. His office should be dark, hopefully, when I get the roof on. Other guy looking in a locker. A yard clerk sitting back there doing paperwork. An empty desk next to him. It's got a old can and a little box on it. They just kind of found a spot to throw stuff. And then there's a yard master over here and another guy at a desk being talked to by two people. They're probably like, get the heck out of here. Anyway, this guy is like, hallelujah, I found the notebook. So that's, again, I really don't know what goes on inside one of these. Let me just back up. So if you come back, you should be able to see, the light should be nice. You should be able to see in there. There's a guy kind of, I don't know, looking outside. I had him in my box, so I threw him in there. And now what I did do, like I said, I did raise this floor in this side. I didn't do that in the office. But I did throw in a desk, a chair, and an empty file or credenza, whatever the hell that thing is, bookcase. But I did not raise that up. Because again, you're not really going to be able to see it a whole lot, and I don't have a person in it. But you can look in, and you can still kind of see the chair and the desk, even though it's about 3/16 lower than the other side. So the rest of the building is pretty much done. I do have the roof. Move that. I got the roof painted up. I'm sorry, this goes in this way. Now, I did try, in their instructions, they say, paint this black. I use Panzer Gray, which is a dark black gray color. Sprinkle on a little bit of dirt. Spray it again with paint. Well, yeah, that went over like a square bowling ball. At least for me. It didn't work for me. So I wiped all that crap off, repainted it with the Panzer Gray, and I think it looks okay. I mean, it's a little bit rough, which is the way a roof would be. I did add the 2 vents that are included in the kit, and I added a way that, again, from where it sits back in the layout, that is a little access to the roof. Because there has to be a way for them to get up to the roof to do stuff. Yeah, they can do ladders, but they probably get up, through stairs inside the building. They can pop that hatch and do what they have to do. Not very often, but they can. So this is pretty much ready to go in. And there you can see I blacked out that LED to the left. That should sit right about here. So I'm hoping this office is relatively dark. And then the rest of it is lit up. Oh, I'm hoping this office is dark and the rest of it is lit up. I do have the canopy ready to go. I want to weather it first. I was going to glue it on last night, but I said, nah, let me get it weathered when it's off. It'd be a lot easier to do it that way as opposed to do it when it's on the structure itself. I do have the base to go underneath everything. That is the gator board base that's been painted. So I'll have to put that on. I have to drill a hole for all the wire, hopefully for just 2 wires to come down through. And then I got to solder everything together and get it all connected. All right, so that's kind of where we are. And again, that's the interior of it. Everything is glued down with either super glue or the canopy glue, which, you know, works pretty well. I'm tilting the thing and nothing's moving. I think I do want to glue on the canopy before I glue on the roof, which is opposite of what the instructions say. Only in case things do tend to topple inside here, I can still get in and, you know, put them back and re-glue them and fix it. I mean, once the roof goes on, and if the roof is glued on, you're supposed to put glue on top of these things here, you're stuck. Something breaks off and falls and moves, then it's moving. So I want to be able to fix it before I glue the roof on. All right, more to come. Alrighty, so right now the canopy is on and drying, as you can see. I do have a couple 1, 2, 3 squares down there, and I have a 90-degree up here. I think it's in there pretty good. At least it looks like it's 90. They're awful close. Close enough for me. So that's going to set up probably overnight. Now, so far, nothing's taken a tumble inside. That's good. So, all right, we'll let this sit up, and then we got to get the roof on and get everything wired and get ready for it to go on the layout. All right, I'll show you real fast here what I did. What I did, I took all 3 wires positive and all 3 wires negative, and I soldered them all together right here. That's the wire from the outside here in, and from this side down, which comes over here, and then those 2 yellow lights, which come through. That's a Viessmann light that comes through, and they're all soldered together, right? You know, with a little heat shrink tubing over it to protect it. And then it's just 1 cable coming down. Now I still have the other cable, the little wires, which will be from the underside of the roof up above on the 2nd story. And for that, I might, I don't know if you can see this, I might use these little doodads here where I can bring in the bottom, bring in the top, and then drop 1 wire down. So that's just a little crimp that I can use for that. So this should light up. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but it's all hooked up to 12 volts. And let me see what happens here if I... Yay! All right, so I got 1, 2. Let me just make sure I got 3. Yep. There's 3 LEDs here. That's keeping everything nice and square. And then I have lights there and lights under there. Cool. Okay, so the lights all work, and I have the bottom floor and the outside balcony wired up. Well, there's the canopy. I got nervous with the building laying over, but it sat there for about 2 hours or so with the weights on it. Now the weight that's there is kind of just to keep it from falling. It's almost the perfect level. I did add the 6 supports. You can see where I have a little bit extra. There's some super glue down there. First of all, I very carefully cut them out of the sprue, stuck them in. I had to sand them a little bit, which was really fun. And then I put some glue, super glue, front and back. You can see where Yeah, I got a little bit too much there in the back. I can see that. But then again, I'm going to come in, I'm going to paint these probably a nice grimy black color, which is the black gray from Vallejo. Do that, and then maybe, you know, weather up the wall a little bit, weather up the top of the canopy one more time, but that is it. So now, let that set up. I mean, it's got super glue on it, so it's probably done. I mean, I probably could put the roof in, but I'm probably going to stop, grab some dinner, let this sit overnight, and then put the roof in tomorrow, and then be almost done. All right, stand by. We're getting really close now. Oh boy, there we are. Roof is installed. And I'm just going to weight it down. I got to run out and get a tux for my son's Air Force starting out. So I'm going to let it sit up here and dry up, then get back and do all the internal wiring, get that all dropped, and we get the base on, and then it's pretty much good to go in the layout. So I did have to file that roof quite a bit on, say, all four sides because of the paper that's in it. You have that thickness each side that I kind of forgot about. So you got to take account of that. So I took that off. And I might need to clean up the roof a little bit in terms of maybe hit it with some paint, some chalks, you know, weather it up a little bit, do some other fun stuff. I want to finish or touch up the hatch on the top, make that kind of blend in a little bit better. Oh, I did do. Hold on a second here. I don't know if this is right or not, but it's going to be on there. You can see this. I did a mini air conditioner. I don't know if that's going to focus on that. Probably not. And I used some Vallejo black on the left and some panel wash on the right. And then I did paint the fan part of it, just the fan part of it. Yeah, that was fun. With one eye, yeah, that's a lot of fun. All right, so that little doodad will probably go, you know, somewhere on the roof, air condition the office there. I'll say they got air conditioning in there. What the heck? So that is it. And now, oh, I still need to paint these. They seem okay. I did touch them real lightly to make sure they didn't move, and they didn't. You know, like I said, I think some of that extra super glue looks like water, which, you know, may be okay down there, you know, especially right here. I got a little bit too much super glue, but we'll see. I could always add some standing water on the roof, and then it might look, oh, yeah, there's some standing water on it. Got it. So that is the building as we sit right now. More to come. Alrighty, so there's the building. I think have it ready to go, except for weathering the roof. I still want to do that, but I wanted to verify if I get it up. You know, what does it look like? Because what I thought about doing, you can see over here, over there, leftover stuff. I thought about perhaps putting them down here because there are lights under there. You can't really see those lights, so I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I just don't feel like putting more inside this damn building. It's got the upper level pretty good. Now let me just move the lights to the darker side. No. There we go. A little bit. That's a little bit darker. So that's what it looks like. I do need to work on the roof. I want to touch that up a little bit. And then it's pretty much ready for the layout. I said all the lights are wired together. With the lights on the outside, underneath the porch, I think it looks, you know, pretty decent. So I have a spot for it on the layout. Now I don't think I'm gonna use the base. Here's what I was gonna use. Again, this is the piece of gator board. Yeah, it's kind of foamy looking there. I repainted it a lighter color because I was going to use it as the base for these two offices. You know, here there's some pieces to put inside it, but I don't think you're really going to see them, so I don't think they're really needed. So, well, that's the original roof. And like I said, that little piece of gator board was just, it was perfectly cut to width. I just had to cut it to length. So it's not a long time that I spent on it. And I think it'll look better if I just plop it in with this base here, where it's going to go. I do need to weather these steps a little bit. They're concrete, so they didn't need to be weathered up. Everything's been added. I did add a little box here. I don't know what the heck it is, but I added that. And again, also this brick thing up here. Maybe that's the light, the power going up to the lights. I don't know. And I may want to add a gas meter, some electric lines, etc., etc. So, but man, we are really, really close. I just want to get this puppy on the layout. So, oh, I need to print a sign off, I think, that puts Eugene up here. I did notice that on the prototype photo. Obviously not Eugene, but very similar. So, okay, more to come shortly when it's all over on the layout. All right, just want to do a real quick show. Okay, that's the site where the yard tower is going to be, yard office. It's all cut out. Like I said, it cut out easily, came up easily. I did clean the front a wee little bit. Got the hole drilled for the one set of power for the 12 volts to drop through. And, oh, I'm listening to the scanner to Broadcastify because Steve is coming west on the NS15M. So I'm waiting to see where he is. Now I have a little bit of the Woodland Scenics, what is it, Hobby Tack on the bottom of this, just to let it. Oh, there's Steve-O. Just to let that set up a little bit. Again, that's the interior of it. And then that'll be turned over. I have had it set in to verify it. And then I want to get the wire in, hook it up to power, but I need to kind of drop it in first to see where the wires end up. So, all right, so more to come. We're getting close, man. Next thing, it'll be installed on the layout. All right, sports fans, here we are. So this is the building installed on the layout. It's all wired up. I added some details. You can see them around the building there. I threw a little couple dried leaves on the roof just for the heck of it. There is a, let's see what happens if I zoom here. Oops. There is a picnic table there, a truck there just sitting there. There's a dumpster. Over here, I put some barrels and a beat up old truck. There's some goodies inside the back of it. Just some stuff, you know, just for stuff. Of course, the inside of the yard office. And then there's barrels on that side and a fire extinguisher. That's good enough for now. Now, let's go back. Okay. So what I did was I wired the 12 volts that's coming down, that's inside all the yard office. That's down to a terminal board. From there, I took the positive and went over here. Dun, 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 to this switch. And then from here, I went back to the positive 12 volts under the layout. And the negative went to the negative under the layout. So this should turn on. Let's see if it does. All the lights. Yay! All right, so there they are. So they all turn on. You can see inside the office there, I think. Oh, let me zoom in. Okay, yeah, good, good. Hey, buddy. It's kind of waving outside, so you can see in there. You can't really tell there's a light on. There is a yellow light there, but and then down here, you can't really tell much. You see the reflection. No, you can see inside there. But you can't really see much because of the lights of the... Whoa, wrong way. Because of the lights of the canopy. Oops, I can't get this where I want. Okay, there. All right, so that is done. That's installed, and that's detailed enough for now. I may always add some more stuff to it, some more vehicles or peoples or something like that. But for now, not bad, not too bad. And it was a nice little build. It was a fun build. Yes, some mistakes were made. Yeah, the corners are probably off a little bit, but you know, from back here, it's about 3 feet away or so. It looks okay. See, if I put the camera right at the aisle, that's about where I'm standing and looking at it. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks like a nice little scene. So that is that. That's the build and the details and the. Oh, I did some weathering around it. Go back in. See the gray stuff in front is some gray stuff I had in my drawer. I just pulled it out and said, "Oh, look at this! It's gray. Close enough." Did it on the sides and then there on the front. So that's all been done as well. And that is it. That's what you see from the aisle. So if you hung out and you watched this whole damn thing, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And we'll be back with some more updates. Thanks for watching, everybody. Woohoo!